All right, guys, let's go ahead and get this going for the Skype call.
I got my pudding.
Is that my new pet name?
What? No. What? No, shut up.
Rob, you there?
Yeah, what's up?
Not much. Nowacking, you there?
Hello.
All right. I think we
Hello.
all are reading loud and clear. How you guys doing today?
Doing all right.
Very good.
Excellent. I'm glad you guys could come join us tonight and be on the show. For those who don't know, this is Rob Bob, the director and writer and the leader of Alligator and the Tub Productions, Musicians of Ponyville, Epic Wub Time, Epic Cupcake Time, you know, that stuff. I'm pretty sure very few of us actually have not seen it yet, so this chat's pretty familiar with Brony stuff. We've been spamming your content for quite some time now. And
I've never heard of any of them.
They just give me the script, I read the lines, and I move on to the next money.
I don't even know.
But
What's even happening?
But thank you all for joining us tonight. So how's your all evenings going?
Doing all right.
Good. All right. Well, I think we're going to ask you all a couple of questions so we can learn more about you both and about your work.
Cool.
Before we get going, do you all want to say anything to the chat or anything? Or
Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Hello, chat.
the chat's very shy.
Aw. You could say
Chat's
things,
like-
chat. I don't bite.
Who are these people?
Our moderator's been sniping out all the trolls all this evening long.
I'm hot, apparently. Caps mean serious business.
Oh my god.
I mean, people who use all caps, you have to take them seriously. They held down the shift button to go through what they typed. You know, you gotta take that seriously. All right, guys,
Is
tell
that
me.
from The Simpsons?
Yes, it is, and I should give credit where credit is due. It's worse than that. I took it from Imager, which took it from The Simpsons. But let's move on. All right, so tell me, guys, how did you all become bronies?
Do you want to start?
Sure. I became a brony because of my friend who was a hipster, who was just like trying to find basically any way to basically like, yeah, I'm a hipster. I do everything. Everything I do is not current. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, yeah. So one day he was a big fan of iCarly, and I was like, okay, this show's actually pretty funny. And then I come in one day and he's watching. He was watching My Little Pony. What episode was it? I think he was watching Feeling Pinky Keen. And I was like, dude, what are you watching, Steve? And he's just like, My Little Pony. I'm like, are you kidding me? Because, I mean, you know, iCarly and all that, but just the whole kind of bias around My Little Pony, just because my experience with it was like those mutated hippo horse spawn that are like, "Mwah!" And you're like, oh my god, people watch this show? But he's like, no, you gotta watch at least one episode. So he got me to watch one episode, and I wasn't really hooked then. I was kind of like, what did I just watch? But then I watched Party of One, and I was just hooked instantly. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Yeah, that's
So
a
then
good
it-
one to get hooked on.
So then I spent like the whole summer just going over all the episodes in one, like in like a week.
What about you, Jesse?
Let's see. My
Probably my fault.
my friend Brent, he's going to college for animation. He always like, you know, sends me cartoons or stuff that are the new hip cool thing that the kids are watching these days, you know, because I don't look that stuff up on my own. And he sent me the first episode of My Little Pony, and so I thought it was a joke, you know, haha, so I didn't watch it. And then an hour later or so, he messaged me back. He was like, "Did you watch it?" And I was like, I think you might have sent me the wrong link or something. You linked me to My Little Pony Friendship." But no, watch it. Seriously, watch it. So like, okay, all right. He knows what he's talking about. And then I didn't watch it. And then a week goes by, and all my male friends have pony icons as their Skype icons. So I'm like, okay, all right, I'll give it a shot. And then I just kept watching, and I thought, hey, this is actually pretty good. And then it started getting really good around, yeah, Pinky Keen, and that is history.
Now tell me, was there anything holding you guys back? Like, were you all ever shocked, like, oh my god, I'm becoming a brony, this isn't happening? Or, oh my god, what if my friends see me watching this?
It's a little less for me, I think, because I'm a girl, and it's a little more acceptable in, like, you know, for me to be wearing a Rainbow Dash shirt rather than a dude. So and plus I do what I want. I don't care. I don't give a book. So I was cool with it.
I guess most of the people I knew either already watched it or were actually pretty open to the idea of seeing it because I just started showing everybody like, hey, check out this pretty cool show. And they're just like, oh, it's this. And I was like, nah, man, just give it a shot. So for a while, I was that kind of like, you need to check out the episode kind of guy. But usually it just kind of became of, like, hey, if you're interested, come check it out. If not, take it or leave it. It's no big deal. But yeah, that's kind of how it came for me. I never really, I'm not sure. The term brony is really loaded, and I never really understood what it means to be an actual brony or just to be a fan of the show. And that's something that's always been kind of back and forth because I've seen people use it as a bad word, I've seen people use it as a good word, I've seen people use it to describe people, and I guess I've never actually known. I've always been kind of in between. I guess I am a brony, but I'm not a hardcore brony. I don't get up every day and be like, Alex this, yeah!
I need to watch ponies today. Oh!
But I actually know some people like that, so
just get up and you're like, Pinkie Pie! Oh! It just becomes just straight up Pee Wee Herman. You're like, ha 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 ha!
They took my bike!
oh jeez.
But yeah, I mean, I thought the show was really good, and most of the people I've seen who are like fans of the show are really good people. I mean, there's some people who are hardcore and they're like, if you don't like ponies, you don't live. Like, you don't exist to me. And I'm like, that's kind of stupid. But yeah, I'm really surprised. The fan base has been so supportive, and I think that's what I really like most about it, is that there's just so many nice people who are like, hey, yeah, we have, we all, yeah. And we're like, yeah, oh, you watched that episode, I watched it too. It's awesome. Who's your favorite pony? That's awesome. Oh, you did this. It's really interesting because everybody who is a brony, for the most part, has a special talent they bring, which is kind of in tone with the show, where everybody kind of has a different thing that they're known for. And
like hourglasses.
Yep. Time travel.
There you
I
go.
do it every day. I go back in time. I'm like, Doc, time continuum. And he's like, you're not Marty. Get out of here. And I was like, damn. So,
Marty, there's bronies in the future.
Marty,
Great Scots!
Marty, everyone's a brony in the future. Oh, by the way, you get beaten up, but that's not important. But yeah, I think it's really interesting, and I think the fan base, for the most part, yeah, there's some sour apples, pun, but yeah, I like it a lot. It's very good.
Very good.
So, what gave you the idea to make Alligator in the Tub Productions?
Well, we kind of had a team going. I mean, we're not really an LLC yet, and the website is kind of right now. But it was me and Evan at first, and then I realized that, if we're going to do more videos, we'll need a musician. And at that time, Mando was releasing a lot of... he was releasing some vinyl scratch stuff, and I thought that was pretty sweet because I'm a big fan of electro and stuff like that. So I just randomly messaged him like, hey, I'm the guy that did this. I was wondering if you want to start working with us. And he came to me and he's like, yeah, that'd be awesome. So me and him kind of worked on Epic Pie Time and kind of wrote that up. And then, yeah, he did the music. We kind of made like an emulation to the kind of, actually, if I remember right, the music that Epic Mealtime uses is actually just like generic music that you get when you download like some Adobe product, whatever. It's like your default standard given music. But yeah, so we just kind of did that, and that one exploded even more than the last one. So we figured that we should probably have some kind of team name because it's not just one person. So we kind of spent some time talking about it, and we kind of came up with Alligator in the Tub Productions. It was a kind of throwback to the show, but something that could be used for other things.
As far as the first episode of your series goes, who came up with that? Who was the one who initiated the idea for Epic Cupcake Time?
I did.
That was all you?
That was me, and I usually run my script ideas through my friends. So it was my friend Brandon and
I
Kaylin.
think I took a look at it too.
And that was the second one. It was it? It was Brandon, Kaylin.
I didn't have any influence on the script, but I remember you showed me it before you made it. Cupcake.
All right.
Because I was like, oh my god, this is a fantastic idea.
So yeah, I came up with the idea, and then I kind of just did out a rough script. I mean, it is just a parody of Epic Mealtime, so a lot of the stuff you just kind of switch around. But originally I made it as an audio play, and Evan came up to me and he's like, "Hey, I really love this. Can I animate it?" And I was like, "Sure." And then like a week later, he showed me the whole thing, and I was like, "Oh my god, what have you done? This is incredible."
What have you done?
So I sent it to some of the people, including the guys from Epic Mealtime, and then they reposted it, and they're like, "This is amazing," and bam, it exploded. It had like 200,000 views in a week.
Now, tell me this. How did you acquire the team as far as voice actors go?
I've had a lot of voice actor connections for a while. I used to do fan dubbing for a while, just kind of like a side hobby. And I like doing audio kind of mixing on the side. Kind of like, in terms of audio abilities, I'm not a musician. I am awful. I couldn't make music to save my life on it. But I like working with voice actors, vocals, and kind of mixing stuff together to make funny radio stuff. I used to do like little Resident Evil 5 parodies back in the day, just like random stuff. So the voice actors I know are all from the Voice Acting Alliance and Voice Acting Club. And they all kind of know each other. So when I don't know a certain voice, I kind of go to somebody like, "Hey, do you know somebody who can do this voice?" And they usually hook me up. So I just know a lot of voice actors from that kind of fan dub kind of community, or the voice acting community. It's not all about fan dubs.
So, Nowacking, how did you feel when you were asked to do vinyl scratch?
At first it was just, like the one line, so I was like, okay, this is cool, I wanted to contribute to it in some way, because I saw a Cupcake Time, and I was like, oh my god, it was so good, I would love to, help out in some way. And then I got the one little vinyl line, and I just did it, and thought, oh, it's just my one time to just do it, this will be cool. And then everyone just, like, exploded over vinyl, and I was like, okay, cool. And then we wanted to do another thing with her, so I was like, yay, sure.
As far as the feedback goes, were you kind of blown away by how many people actually like watched it? Like, because it's in the millions for both of you guys. I mean, were you just kind of blown away with the response?
Yeah, I was really blown away with the response.
Yes, it was ridiculous. Like I think I was at work or something. I was away, but when I got back, my Twitter was just exploded with people like, "Oh my god, I loved your vinyl voice. Hey, I saw you in the thing," and I was like, "Oh, it must have come out."
Now, here's a question for you both. Because we're talking about Brony's, of course, and right down and everything. Have you all ever been involved in other fandoms prior to this? As far as your work goes, I mean, is the Brony fandom the first place where you all really took off, or have you tried plugging your stuff before, let's say, in the Care Bear fandom, for example?
Belly Bros.
Exactly.
It's gonna take off, you guys.
Yeah.
I was mainly known for Bridge series before Pony stuff. I write Pokemon Bridged, and I also voice in a ton of parody stuff. So I was mostly known for that.
Actually, that was my next question. I'm going to follow up to it real quickly. How long have you been voice acting for in the abridged community?
Me, I guess it's like 4 years now. Wow. Really? That's a much longer than I just assume. Oh, it's been like a year. No, it's been 4 years, Jesse. You have no way of like telling dime, apparently.
How many years have you been involved in as far as abridgment goes?
I have no idea. Somewhere it's over 100. I literally have taken over 100 series, so I cannot keep track of it. It's on my site. My long ass resume. Good
gracious! What was the first? Can you remember?
The first was I started. Well, I wanted to start voice acting, but I didn't have anything to voice act, so I wrote my own stuff, and it was horrible, but I didn't care because I just needed something to write. So I wrote Bobobo Bridged, and that's what I'm mainly known for before Pokemon Bridged.
I heard Pokemon Bridged has taken off pretty far. I mean, I've heard of like Team 4-Star and of course Little Karibo, but from the sounds of it, you guys are really catching up with them as far as popularity goes.
I guess it's mainly like when you compare us. Pokemon Bridged is written by One Kids Entertainment, myself, and Xj64X, and when you compare our subscriber numbers to like Team 4-Star, Little Karibo, it's like nothing, absolutely nothing. We're like a drop in the bucket. But compared to other YouTube channels, I guess we're kind of popular. nearing like 40,000 subs.
At least you guys are doing Pokemon Abridged right. I've seen a lot of others that have kind of failed, so at least you all are giving it justice.
Yeah, Pokemon is like the one where everyone and their mother has a Pokemon Abridged series, which is why we called it Pokemon Bridged, so that people would be able to find it easier.
Going back to the fandom question, Rob, have you been involved in other fandoms prior to Brony's?
To the extent that I am in this, no. Have I been involved in other fandoms? I mean, I still am, and always will be, a big Resident Evil fan. Not the movies, though. The movies are crap. I mean, the games. But, yeah, I did some, like, Resident Evil cosplay conventions back when I was, like, a freshman in college. But, in any serious capacity of a certain fandom, no. No, I've been fans of shows, and I've been fans of games, but not of any specific thing that I really invested a lot of time into. So Bronies and My Little Pony would be my first fandom.
I thought The Rock did a good job.
What? What are you?
And Resident Evil. Wasn't that Resident Evil?
That's Doom. You're thinking of Doom.
I
Yeah,
am
you're thinking of
sorry.
Doom.
I am
Yeah.
getting
I
my
love
voice.
The
I
Rock.
was like,
The Tooth
what?
Fairy. It is my favorite film of all time.
Oh no, to Witch Mountain. That's a better one.
I never saw that, but like I keep seeing that meme of him turning around in that car.
You don't watch My Little Pony?
What?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite pony? Spike.
I'm turning this car around, lady.
So, what both of you, what do you hope to accomplish in the future with both like the series you're working on for Alligator in the Tub, and personally?
Well, personally, I want to graduate and then move in with a friend and start kind of working on some contacts that I've kind of made from the Brony community, and I want to see where that takes me, because I'm going to graduate and I'm kind of like the thing that I want to do is at some point in time I would like to be the producer or writer like of an animated series. So I mean, the stuff we showed shows that people like the ideas that we come up with, and obviously it's not going to be only Pony, but I feel that the talent that we bring can be expanded into other things than just the Brony fandom, and I really want to see where I can take that, especially because I have some friends with some connections to different kind of animated studios and all that. So I was hoping to kind of just see where that takes me instead of just going graduating college and just joining some random production assistant job in Chicago that might not get me anywhere. I'm still young. Take a chance.
Amen, man. Never settle for mediocrity.
Mm-hmm.
Nowacking, what about you?
Well, if I had my way and everything in my life wanted to be like I wanted, I'd be an actor, and a voice actor. That'd be friggin' awesome. So my goal is to just entertain. I love entertaining people. So, just write some silly parodies and make people happy.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thank you guys. That's our questions to you. Now let's see what the audience has to ask of themselves and see what they want to ask you both. So, Tumblr questions. We've been posting the link the entire time in the chat room, so you guys have had your time to submit your questions. So, Paley, go ahead and pull it up.
Okay.
Let's see what our friends have to ask of you guys.
Okay, a question for you guys. Are you guys gamers too?
Yes.
I'm not. I've beaten Portal 2 like 3 times, but I'm not like a gamer. Girl gamer.
I am definitely a gamer, but I guess now with college I don't play it as much as I used to. But yeah, back in the day I was a huge gamer, and I still really enjoy a lot of games that come out.
Here, I got a question here. I'm sorry. This one's quite interesting. Gamer6755 Dragon Ninja Warrior asked, "Are you all a fan of Alan Rickman?"
What?
You're joking, right?
No,
don't believe
Ninja
you.
Dragon Warrior 96XX75.
If he ever says Ninja Dragon Warrior, then he's
Alan
joking.
Rickman.
Prince.
I had to ask.
Well,
That voice has been stuck in my head ever since we watched Die Hard.
Die Hard.
All right,
Make
Palo,
up.
give him a serious question.
Okay. Nowacking, you wouldn't happen to know how the animation for Pony Rock Anthem is going, would you?
I kind of do. It's
I
from
do.
what I know so far, at least like 10 or 15 seconds of it is done, and I've seen it, and it looks amazing.
Who's
And I've also
animating
seen the
this?
ending credits.
Yeah, I can't really. I don't want to spoil Jan's and Blake's project, but it's a little bit on hiatus right now. But they'll be starting up like within the next week, and I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I know when it's done, it's gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh my god. I'm so excited to see Vinyl animated.
That's
'Cause
news
he's
to me.
really good.
Who's making that?
That's Jan, the guy who made Picture Perfect Pony.
Okay. So,
He's
Yeah,
been
that's
talking
the
to
Crusaders.
he's been talking to Blake about it for God since April and March or April. I know because he came to us first about it, but we were kind of busy with stuff, so we never really got the chance. And by the time we were ready, he asked Jan. And things just it's timing, you know.
Mhm.
Though
Okay.
I trust Jan completely. I know he's gonna animate it like crazy.
Yes.
All right, next question. Any of you have any role models?
Professional role models or like just role models in general?
both.
Rolls are delicious with butter and jam.
Especially when
But-
they're being
but
eaten
it-
by models.
But if it's a model, wouldn't it be plastic?
That
I
would
guess,
not be delicious. Good.
I guess in terms of role models, that's a tough one. I don't know. I guess my action wise kind of I'm a big action junkie, so I used to watch tons of action movies. And I have to say a lot of the way that I see like action scenes being played out is definitely heavily influenced by like John Woo, James Cameron, Christopher Nolan, you know, like really awesome directors who know what they're doing. But in terms of actual role models for just like everyday life, I can't really think of anybody. I respect my dad, but I mean, we're in two different lines of work, so
I don't think I really have any role models, but like maybe acting wise, Emma Stone is really cool. And Mila Kunis, they're really cool. I like their work and stuff. And they seem like really cool chicks. For like work, Little Karibo has always been a big influence on my scripting. He's hilarious.
Here's a
All right.
follow-up question, actually. And there it went. Forgot it. Never mind. Let's move on to the next question.
Okay, next question. then. Okay, after the crossover episode, what do you plan to do in the next Epic X series?
oh man, that's a tough one. Well, I guess we with school kind of starting up on that, the whole crossover thing kind of got pushed back, so that might not be out for a while, which is sad because it's looking really awesome. I have everything ready. I just got to kind of mix it, then we got to animate it. But we have an in between, which is the kind of spin off of Musicians of Ponyville, which is Musicians of Ponyville Shopping Shenanigans with Vinyl Scratch and Octavia, and I'm
Yeah.
hoping that comes out within the next couple of months. We're also doing an animation for a more original cartoon for somebody who I can't really go into detail with until it's out, but that's always a great opportunity, and I'm looking forward to doing that. But after Epic Crossover time, if we do another pony thing, it's probably gonna have Daring Do.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah, it's an idea I had, and I have it kind of like partially written out, but I haven't fleshed out the idea yet. But it'd probably be something with Daring Do, kind of like an original short with Daring Do.
Oh, please tell me you at least have the rock rolling down at her and having like John Williams, in the background.
That's when you have when you have animating like that, it's gonna have a little more action in it. It's gonna take longer. So I really don't know. It really depends on where stuff takes us. I mean, for all I know, once I get out of college, I might be working on animation for somebody else. I don't know, but
When you said The Rock, I thought you meant The Rock will run down the friggin' hill chasing Gary too. And I'm like, that's the most hilarious thing I've ever seen.
This temple and its damn booby traps. You gonna smell what the Rock is cooking?
kids these days.
He's wearing his black, wrestler get up, his little speedo chasing after.
Back in my day, we didn't even have these traps. We just ran from rocks for no reason.
Who would have thought professional wrestlers were booby trapped all over this hidden temple?
Okay.
Can you imagine that? In Legends of the, I'm talking, the Legends of the Hidden Temple. Do you remember that?
Yes.
She just like steps on a base plate. Macho Man comes out. Oh yeah! Starts chasing her around.
Snap into a Slim Jim. Just throwing
Are you ready to feel
Just throwing
what Macho Man is ready for? Yeah!
Oh yeah!
Expendables.
Oh my god.
Just Arnold Schwarzenegger. No, I want you to get out of here. Come on. What are you doing? Young dude, come on, I want you to get out of here now. Just like picks her up. Just busts through like 6 walls, just quoting like every movie he says. Come on, I'm the running man. We have to get out of here to have a total recall so we can have a bunch of true lies and look at them and laugh at them. And then I'll be like Commando. And blah.
I could have gone my whole life without hearing Arnold Schwarzenegger say "daring do."
Come on,
I can die happy now.
Oh my god. I'm so glad we have this on recording. I want somebody to animate that. Arnold Schwarzenegger picking up Daring Dude and running out of a temple. He's getting hit with darts.
It's like a football, his arm extended.
He's just spearing into the walls. It's great. I think we got an idea for the next epic series. I mean, even though it's going to be, Daring Do anyways, you should put Arnold Schwarzenegger in there. All right, what's the next question, Paleo?
Okay, next question. Another question for Nowacking. What is a great way to start for voice acting? Also, any advice on voice acting?
The best way to start is to just do it. Just find some stuff to read and just read to yourself. If you're in like high school or middle school or even college, if they have theater programs or stuff, I would definitely get involved with that, because I've been acting since I was 6. I've only been voice acting since I was about to say voice acting since I was 4. No, I've been voice acting for 4 years, and I started like stage acting when I was 6. So stage acting really helped to do voiceovers. So I would get acting experience, or just stage crew and just watch actors and stuff, because that actually really helps. Make sure you do mouth exercises before you start. Make sure
to have a demo reel.
Yes, demo reels are good, because
Commercial and acting.
yes, because so many people are like, hey, I want to be in your stuff. I don't really have any samples of me acting, but I would like to be in your projects. Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you. And that doesn't really work. So I would make maybe anywhere from 30 to 45 seconds. Not longer than 45 seconds. I wouldn't.
Longer than a minute.
Yeah.
You got that really eager guy who's like at the audition. Come on, just give me a voice. Give me a voice.
I want to be in your stuff.
I can do Arnold.
Do it, come on.
Let me ask you questions.
Okay.
So yeah, just get involved with theater is my main suggestion.
I have a quick question though for you, Jesse. Who is your favorite voice actor from the show?
From the show.
From My
You
Little
can't
Pony.
just ask me that.
I'm putting you on the spot right now.
That's so damn hard. I don't think I've gotten a voice acting question that's difficult, because I can't really complain about any voice actor's work on My Little Pony. They're all just so good.
Okay,
Jeez.
okay, not your
I really don't know.
favorite, but let's say you had a list of your least favorites. Who's the last on that list?
Least favorite.
No, as in your favorite of your least favorites.
My favorite
Wait.
of my least favorites.
It makes sense. Shut up. It makes complete sense.
Like background ponies, you're thinking?
Voice actors.
Yeah, like voice actors of. I'm confused. Let's
Well.
see. I really love Ashley Ball. Let's just say that. That is the answer.
Have you ever met her before?
Nope. That'd be awesome though.
She's currently touring, I believe. But hopefully she might be the next BronyCon. I've heard rumors.
Ooh. Yes, Bonbon's VA is fantastic too. I didn't put those in my bag.
All 6 of them.
All 15 of them.
Okay. Next question. Where do you see yourselves once the fandom has died down?
Oh man.
Man, that hits home right there.
Hopefully,
I don't really think the
still-
show's fandom is gonna slow down anytime soon. I don't think.
I'm hoping to have somewhat of like at least a small production group with a group of friends and just to work on stuff. Hopefully some of our animated stuff will take off. And if not, then hopefully working at least in the long run as a producer, in the short run, production assistant and then production manager somewhere. But I still definitely want to at least be somewhere in the field, either doing audio editing or whatever, but somewhere where my skills that I have are being used and not just sitting around all the time.
Yeah, same.
Okay. Now here's a tough question. Have you ever killed anyone?
Yes. Next question.
I could answer that, but then I'd have to kill you as well.
Oh no.
Glad I'm not asking the question.
The last person that asked me that died.
Was a communist and I killed him.
I only killed because I'm already dead on the inside.
Okay. To Nowacking, are you going to any cons? Are you going to any cons you're going to? Okay, are you going to any cons?
Well, we proofread the questions, Pink.
Are there any cons that I'm going to? Let's see. Well, I know the most recent is I'm a guest at Silly Philly Con in. Let me pull that up real quick. Oh yeah, Silly Philly Con is in Overland Park, Kansas, on September 22nd. So that's coming up. I'm also going to be at EmuEmi. Yes, it's the first one. So, and they were like, "Hey, come up," and I was like, "Okay." That's my fun story. And I'm also going to YomaCon. Oh, actually, I think I'm a guest at Silly Philly Con. I'm a guest at GobbleCon, which is. I should really pull something up. Let's see. I'm going to my site.
Where's
Has all the
YomaCon
info
at?
there. YomaCon is in Detroit, Michigan.
Alright.
It's like abridged central con because like all the friggin' abridgers go every year and it's only growing each year. Shady Box is gonna be there, so
Can I be a little
neon lights and vinyl will be together.
I gotta be a little bit of a fanboy here. Have you ever met Team 4-Star?
Many times.
What are they like in real life?
Oh, they're all awesome, really awesome guys. Very fun. I agreed to voice Saris in Helsing Bridged by Team 4-Star. I can't even remember, but I met them for the first time in Anime Evolution, and that was when Helsing was still in production, Helsing Bridged. And the first time I met Taka is kind of funny because I saw him in the like cafeteria area of the hotel. We were both staying at like different hotels, but they had the same area. And so I saw him and I was like, "Hey, Taka," and I waved. And then he looked at me and I was like, "Oh God, wait, he probably doesn't even know what I look like or who I am. I probably look like a dumb fangirl or something." And he looked at me for a second, and then he like gave me a look like, "Oh," and then he came over and just picked me up and just swung me around. And I was like, "Okay, he knows who I am."
That's how he meets everybody.
Everyone gets a swinging hug.
Please tell me he uses his Napa voice when he greets you.
Sometimes he does.
Awesome.
But for con announcements, Silly Philly Con, which is September 22nd in Overland Park, Kansas. I'm the whole Pokemon Bridge gang is actually a gang. We're snap on the streets and we fight sharks and jets. We're guests at GobbleCon, November 16th to the 18th in Stamford, Connecticut. And then there's YomaCon, which is I don't know. Look it up.
November.
Interested. November, sometime in November.
Yeah, usually, the last time I was there, it's at the end of October, 1st of November, my birthday.
Yeah, and my birthday is October 28th, so like we should
Oh, snap.
celebrate. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Are you guys going to any Brony conventions before the year's over?
I'm going to try my best to go to Candlelight Gardens. I'm really gonna try hard. I've already bought my ticket. I'm gonna try to arrange transportation, and I'm hoping to go because I need to go just to meet with some people who I want to work with in the future. So I really gotta go.
Silly Philly Con is a pony convention, in case you.
Oh, that was right over my head. I'm so sorry.
Silly
cool.
feeling. Yes.
Silly Philly could be an anime convention.
Now let's see.
Yeah, but no.
Philly. All right. I thought your man was in Philadelphia. Is it in
No, I
Philadelphia?
should have been in
But
Philadelphia.
she just said it was in Kansas.
See, this is the problem with me. The coffee's making
I'm surprised
my
they
brain
didn't invite
rise.
you, Nowacking,
To where?
to Candlelight Gardens because I know that they messaged me and they messaged like Bree and all them.
Oh well, I wouldn't be able to go anyway. Maybe next year.
Fair enough.
All right, Pale, let's do 2 more questions. Make them good ones, all right?
Okay.
They better be good. I swear to God. I'll just hang up right now. I'll throw my computer out the window.
Just scream.
And then the audience, guys. It'll be your fault, audience. All right?
She's just gonna go man rage. She's just gonna just rip off her shirt and like eat a telephone pole.
Okay.
Go make Avengers 2. Be the Hulk.
Vinyl smash!
Final smash. Okay.
I am a god.
If you could if you could cameo in one abridged series, which would it be?
Which one haven't you cameoed in?
That's really the question. Which haven't I been in? I guess it'd be cool to be in a Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge. That'd be really cool. I'm already in Martin's Martin is a little Kuribo. Martin's Naruto spoof series show or whatever the heck it is. I play Tsunami in that. So it's awesome to work with them. But yeah, team what would be Dragon Ball Z Bridge would be cool too.
Oh yeah.
If you can pick, I'm sorry, I gotta be another nerd moment here. If you can pick any character to voice act from the Cell Saga, who would it be?
I've actually never seen Dragon Balls of Disease or any of it, but people say that
This
I would make a
interview's
good...
over.
Now you're gonna throw your computer out the window.
Ah!
I've been told that I would make a good Videl. I don't know who she is.
Ooh, that's a good role, actually.
Cool.
Neat.
Neato. Shazam.
Blam.
Bam Kazam.
Oh,
Mathematical.
so good.
All right.
Pale,
Here's a
continue.
question from Funky Matt. To
Kid
Nowacking, do you think that your role as Vinyl Scratch has overshadowed your other roles?
I don't think so. I mean, I was used to like voicing in a bridge series. My most known role is always changing because I was known for Saris, and then I was known for Misty, and then I was known for so it changes a lot. So I don't really notice. So I don't know. Vinyl's cool, so I don't mind.
All right, I got a question for both of you, and then we'll finish up this episode. All right, here comes the lightning round hard question that will probably make you cry. Dun 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 dun. Favorite pony?
I'm sobbing. Rainbow Dash.
Hey, good Final Draft impersonation.
I know,
Oh,
right?
I hope he's listening right now. That's what you get, Draft, for chickening out on Slender last night. I'm sorry. No, Ack, I'm sorry. What was your answer?
Mine is Rainbow Dash.
Why is that?
She's just awesome. I love Rainbow. She's so cool. And she reminds me a lot of me as a kid. So
What about you, Rob?
That's a tough one. I gotta say probably Twilight Sparkle.
Really?
Hooray!
Lame. Why
Egghead.
Twilight?
Just because Magic's pretty sweet.
It's a good card game, I know, alright? But why?
She's, other than the times that she's gone bonkers, she's usually useful in most situations. So I'm just like, oh, well, look at it this way. If you get stuck in a question, who would make sense to be with? I mean, if you think about it, Rainbow Dash is a bit too headstrong. Pinkie Pie, she was my favorite, but I don't think she's really approachable. She's just bonkers, and you're like, I can't deal with this. It's awesome, but you can't help me. I don't understand.
As much as I freaking love Pinkie Pie, yeah, I don't think she'd be very good in a dire situation of life and death. Be like, Pinkie, the world is exploding with fire. What are we gonna do? Let's make cupcakes. No, don't
Stop
do that.
eating my hair. This isn't the time.
Not the time to eat my hair. Stop that.
What is even happening?
All right, here's one last question I want to ask.
Also, Spike is best pony.
Oh, you troll. You
Crackle
troll.
is best pony.
Twist is best pony. No, I'm just kidding. That's blasphemy. All right, if y'all can pick one celebrity to join the Brony ranks, who would it be?
There's too many.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis. Huh?
Oh
Actually.
god. That'd be great.
That'd be amazing.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother bucker. Yeah, don't worry. It's technically PG. I can
If he
say
said
it.
that, I'd feel bad. But if he
I'm
just said, "Yeah, I
offended
like,"
by bucker. That is a bad word. I do not appreciate it. Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby.
Oh my
Bill
god!
Co- yeah.
He tried to fit me for a sweater. I don't want a
I
sweater.
want a sweater.
Rainbow Dash with
Tom Winkleton.
I would die. I would absolutely die if Bill Cosby read that fan fiction like aloud.
Oh, that
Which,
would be
best
best.
wait,
ever.
which one?
There's a fan
Pudding-
fiction called
It's
like
My Little
what is it,
Pony.
Pudding is
It's
Music?
it's called the Cosby Show, but it's called the Cosby Show. Pudding is magic, and it's like Bill Cosby gone completely bonkers, and he ends up in Equestria, and like everything he says is just like some random like thing that makes no sense. It's like,
It's
I used to
so
stop
good.
a horse. His name was Charlie when I was a kid. And you're just like, and like the ponies are like, we don't understand him. So like they try to grab his wallet, and he just backhands Rainbow Dash. He's like, don't touch my pudding pops.
Backhands Rainbow Dash. It's the best fucking. I love it. I love it. It's so
It
good.
is just amazing. Like it's one of those things that you just read, and you're like, I can't. This is.
It's
this is
very
just
well
too-
written too.
It's very well written, and it's just hilarious. It's a great crack.
That's awesome. Well, guys, I think at this moment we're going to go ahead and wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for joining us. We love talking to you both, and we look forward to seeing what you all have to, work on in the future and see what y'all come up with.
Thanks for having us on.
Definitely. You guys are welcome to come back anytime you want. So thanks again, and we will. I mean, is there any parting words you want to give to the audience before I throw you out of the call?
Stay classy.
I wub you all. It's the only time I'm ever gonna say that, so appreciate it.
Don't worry, guys.
Oh,
I recorded it.
No. I must delete it. If I throw my computer out the window, it'll erase it forever.
Take that,
You-
internet.
I'll turn off the internet by turning off my computer. It's the only way.
Turn off the internet.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
No problem.
All right, take care.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, anytime, guys. It's an honor.
Yeah, this is great.
All right, take care.
You too, guys. Bye.
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 I almost actually exited the call too. I'm like, oh
Oh,
yeah,
God.
paleo. All right, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the interview. Nowacking and Rob are good friends of ours. Very awesome people. I had the chance to meet them both at BronyCon. Paleo and I both did. They are very creative, very talented, very inspired, and very dedicated to their work. So keep an eye out on them and seeing what they develop in the future. I promise you won't be disappointed.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi,
Hi
and
there.
welcome to Pegasisters Live. I feel like I should make a big announcement like that. Well, we're really happy to have you here, and we have some questions for you.
All right, sounds good.
And I think our chatty box will also have some questions. That is the chat box who interacting. We
Oh,
have
box.
nicknamed them Chatty Box, just because it's catchy. And so our questions. I'll start out with the first one. How did you find out about My Little Pony?
Well, let's see. It was. I can't even remember when it was.
Oh,
But-
real quick, technical difficulties. We might have an echo.
Oh,
have
we
you
do?
muted the stream? Yeah. Beep. Okay, I think everything might be fixed if everyone's stream is muted.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't hear an echo anymore.
Yay! Oh, so no whacking. You're getting they're really riled to hear you. Lots of exclamation
Oh.
points. I didn't really know how to explain how excited they are. And volume. Can we get the volume higher?
I
on
I
Nowacking?
fixed it. They said yeah, it's fixed.
Woohoo! Okay. So,
Question,
We can
yes. My friend Brent, he's going to school for animation, and so he always knows when, like, cool cartoons are out and stuff. And so he sends stuff my way. And he sent me the first episode of My Little Pony, Friendship's Magic, and I was like, it's funny. And I didn't watch it because I thought it was a joke. And he was like, did you watch it? And I was like, no. He was like, no, actually watch it. And I was like, why? And he's like, just do it. I can't explain. If I tell you that the show is good, you're not going to believe me. And I'm like, yeah, I don't believe you. So I didn't watch it. And then a week went by, and all of my male friends' Skype icons were ponies. So I was like, okay, all right, I will watch it. And I
something's
watched it.
going on.
There's something about this. It's not
Something
a
in the
joke.
water. Yeah, so our second question. Em, you got this one?
Yeah, I do. Do you have a favorite main six pony? Just kind of simple.
Yeah, Rainbow Dash.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is a good pick. I do like that pick. And I'm going to ask if your favorite background pony is Vinyl Scratch. And if not, who is it?
I don't know.
I'd like to think it is.
Yeah.
Because to me, you are Rainbow Dash. I mean, not Rainbow Dash.
Rainbow Dash?
Vinyl Scratch. You can be Rainbow Dash if you want, but...
I wish I could voice Dash. She has such a unique, cool voice, but I can't even come close. Vinyl's cool, but I don't see how people can see Vinyl for literally 7 seconds in an episode and be like, oh my god, she's my favorite background pony. I don't understand it. Like, Derpy's like everywhere and she's freaking great, so why is
Yeah, and
it
she's doing stuff. Like,
So-
with my favorite background character, I just randomly picked one. I'm like, that one's pretty, that's my favorite. That's how I picked.
If you're going by how awesome ponies are, then definitely Vinyl.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So what pony do you think is most relatable to you?
We'll stick with the main 6 on that.
I think I would say Dash, because she's her and I are very similar.
Do you like to win?
I love to win. I was a cross country runner for 6 years, so I'm very competitive.
Whoa.
And yeah, so Dash and I are very, very similar. She's me.
So you're fast, competitive, like to win. Got it.
Mm-hmm. And I
And
also
first-
have just many colors in my hair. Fun fact.
Oh,
I do.
really? Oh, okay.
I'm
Oh,
actually a pony. Fun fact, not a fact.
what a twist. Well, you told us the first episode you watched was the first episode, which I actually find rare. That someone's first episode was actually the first episode.
Yeah, the first 2 episodes, the parters, I
Mhm.
warn people if they want to check out the series. I'm like, hey, you can watch the first 2 episodes because I think you need to understand the dynamic of the show, but
Mhm.
just know that they're very much more little kiddier than the most recent stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that morning.
It's definitely evolved into more. We know you're there. We won't do like super cheesy kid jokes.
We know you 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds are out there. Don't worry, we got this.
We got your back, you boys.
We love you all. Do you have a favorite episode?
I get that question a lot, and I can't remember. I think any episode where a pony goes bonkers is hilarious. Crazy.
My favorite episode is Party of One, just for that reason.
Yeah, Party One's great. But for
Yeah,
like
it's kind of
dynamic
pony.
wise, I love when Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash are in a scene together because they work off each other so well. Same thing with Pinkie Pie and Rarity in the same scene. They're just so funny together. So I
Mhm.
think I like Hurricane Fluttershy just for that reason.
Aw. I love
That
that
was-
episode.
Good one.
Yeah.
Okay, and then like besides that, like how long have you been voice acting? Was that something you got into before ponies, or
Oh yeah.
just always
I'm,
been a passion?
I've been voice acting for 4 years now.
Whoa.
So I was known for parodies in abridged series before ponies. I still don't really consider myself being, known in the pony community. I'm more parody stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm. You're known as Vinyl Scratch.
I guess.
Mhm. But yeah, like I really do. Like even my sister, she's watched Epic Web Time, and she's 3 years old, and
No.
thinks of you as Vinyl Scratch. So at least in her eyes, in a 3-year-old's eyes, you are
Oh,
really
that's
the
so
embodiment of her.
All right, that's good enough for me.
Oh.
What got you into voice acting though? Like, what was like, you know what, I really like this. Because 4 years is like before the whole epic boom of like voice actors hit. Because now everyone wants to be a voice actor. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what I've noticed.
Yeah, I've noticed like everyone wants to be a voice actor on the internet. But I started when the abridged series boom happened, when everyone was making a parody series, everyone wanted to make an abridged series, and it was the summer of me moving from Pennsylvania to Connecticut, and so everyone was on vacation, so I didn't really have any kids around my house to play with, so I was like, all right, I might as well try this voice acting thing, because I've been acting since I was 6 years old, stage stuff like that. And I thought, it's the same. It's, it's not going to be more difficult at all. And then I tried it, and I sucked. But I kept going.
That's great.
What was
If you didn't, we wouldn't have you right now.
What was the abridged series you were a part of?
Well, now I've been in over 100 abridged series.
Oh, goodness.
The first one...
What was your favorite?
Ooh, my favorite.
Or you had the most fun doing?
That's definitely Pokemon Bridged. It's the series that I write and voice in with One Kids Entertainment and XJ64X. That's like my main project.
Oh, okay.
I love Pokemon.
I love writing parodies and stuff. Like I'm actually a writer on Alligator in the Tub Productions now, which is the people who make Epic Web Time and stuff. Because the creator or the main guy, Rob Bob, he actually discovered me because he was a fan of Pokemon Bridge, and so he just had me contact on Skype, and we just got to talking, and he sent me the script for Epic Cupcake Time, and I was like, and he was like, oh, you like ponies, right? Why don't you give this a look? And I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be so good if you can do it right, and he did. And
if you can do it right.
If you do it right, it's gonna be fantastic. So,
is there any specific voice actor that you look up to? Like, I mean, I'll give you one example, Tara Strong. Just because, like, her wide array. Great Delisle.
Great Delisle, I love. Oh my god.
And definitely tune in November 11th. She will be here.
Oh, awesome. Nice.
Yeah, but, like, I'm so amazed your vinyl scratch. I'm still blown away. I mean, I'm going to get into all of your other things because I love Pokemon.
Yeah.
I like parodies.
I saw a few of
those.
those.
Like funny.
Yeah. What is the most difficult kind of character for you to voice?
Difficult, I guess, just after I voiced it enough, I don't really have any difficult characters, but once I start, it's, like accents, I'm kind of iffy about. Like, I voice, I don't know if you or anyone in Chatty Box watches Helsing Abridged by Team 4-Star. I voice Saris in that, which is the police girl, and she's, she has a Cockney accent, and she's very, she has this sort of, just like chimney sweep, oh, I'm a chimney sweep, oh, that sort of thing to her.
Oh my god.
And
that seems difficult.
Yeah, so the first one I was cool, and I just got it right away, but then a year went by and I got the script for the next one, because they come out once a year. Pretty much. They don't plan for it, but they come out once a year. They're like, oh yeah, we're going to do 2 a year, and then it never happens. So I got the script for the next one, and I recorded for it, I think, a week ago, and I had to re-record because I made her sound too refined. So British has a bunch of different accents, and I made her sound too proper and British when she, has like...
Should have been a different type of British.
Yeah, so that I need to work on, like, getting... There's like 15 different kinds of British. I gotta just study them all.
They're all confusing. Do you have any advice for, like, aspiring voice actors?
Just do it. The most important thing is to do it because it's fun, not to get quote-unquote internet famous, because there's no such thing, I'm not doing it. I don't look at the view, right, to this day, I have no idea how popular Epic Web Time is, because I've just never looked at the views, I don't look at the comments, I just voice and stuff, because it's
super fun. Yeah, that's kind of like how Emily and I do this. Like, if we didn't have fun talking and interviewing and just rambling, we wouldn't do it.
Yeah, so that's the most important thing. But also, specifically for new voice actors, voice acting is acting before it's anything else. So it's great that you can do voices, but you have to train it in order to actually convey emotion and actually act and stuff. So I would, get involved with school musicals or stuff like that. And even if you don't get a part, just be stage crew, just.
Yeah, I've noticed that a lot of voice actors also sing, and that's also a big passion of theirs for like matching key and notes.
Yeah, I've had training in singing, and I think it definitely helps too. So if you can do that too.
Yeah, so pretty much voice acting, you gotta be able to sing and you gotta be able to act behind a camera.
Yeah.
So you kind of let it. Do you like get to let loose on any certain characters and like go crazy while recording?
Yes, and those are the funnest characters. Like
Of course.
Unbridged. She's so fun. So fun. She has so many fun lines, as well as Vinyl. We recently, it's in animating process right now, I believe, but there's a short of Octavia and Vinyl coming out called Shopping Shenanigans, and Vinyl has so many fun lines that I got to just have fun with her voice and go crazy, and it was very fun to record for.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Totally looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm. So nice.
So, any certain like voice acting classes you've taken?
Nope, I've never taken a class in voice acting.
So just the preparation training for voice acting, pretty much.
Well, I haven't had any. Well, singing I've had training in, and acting, but
yeah. So you kind of took both of the things you need to be a voice actor and took both those classes separately.
Yeah, I combined them. It's like
combine them.
It's
epically.
It's not a hot dog, but I got some toast and some ham and just put them together and made a sandwich. That's close. That's close enough.
Yeah, that works.
That sounds good to eat.
It's all food.
It's all food. And we've asked what the most exciting project you've worked on, but has there ever been like one that I don't know how to explain this that you've just been super excited about and it didn't turn out how you wanted it to? Because I always wondered, like, I wonder if this voice actor liked how her voice showed up in this. And, like, everything I've seen, I've never seen really any bad voice actors. Like, I've seen just really good spot-on ones, and I was wondering if there was one.
I've never
self-criticism.
I've never had an experience where I, like, did something and then I didn't like the production and, like, how it came out right away. But I'm a huge perfectionist, so, like, the first time I saw Epic Web Time, for example, I was like, yeah, that was awesome, that was great. And then maybe the third time I saw it, I was like, oh, I could have done those lines so much better. And then by the fifth time, I was like, nope, this is terrible, my work was terrible, everyone else was awesome, but I sucked. So I'm a huge perfectionist in that area, so things that I've seen a lot, then I'm like, I should have done better.
Yeah, well, everyone loves it, so... Loves.
As long as they're happy.
We're all happy with it. Yeah.
Well, you've told us like, you've snuck out a future thing that you're working on. Is there anything else we can look forward to? To hearing your voice on for YouTube?
Yeah.
On the YouTubes?
On the tubes of the U.
Oh, I like that.
Let's see. Well, I'm not allowed to talk about who I'm playing, but I'm playing one of the their main character in the next part of Turnabout Storm, which is the Phoenix Wright My Little Pony crossover thingy. So I'm in that. I still need to record my lines for that. I'm redoing it because it's a character that my impression is not perfect, and so I'm like, I gotta make it better. So I'm re-recording all my lines for that, and I'm like, I'm sorry it's taking so long. I just really want it to be perfect. They're like, don't worry, it's fine.
Yeah, a perfectionist is always good, unless it gets crazy.
Until a year later, and I'm still working on the lines, then I might need a little help, but for now it's good. Shopping Shenanigans, I'm not sure when that's going to come out, but that's the first thing that I wrote with Rob, so that's cool.
I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, me too. It's
just going to say that again.
I'm playing Little Pip in the Fallout Equestria radio play that's coming out soon.
Ooh.
I'm doing my lines for that too, because her voice changed.
Wow, you sound busy.
Yeah, I got a lot of
always,
projects.
Like 8 things behind of what I'm supposed to record, so by the time I catch up, then I've got more stuff to record. So I'm bruiser. I just did a song with Silverhound that premiered at Camelot Gardens. I'm not sure if that's even up on YouTube yet, but if it is.
If it
really
happened, it's on YouTube.
good.
I think that's the rule of YouTube.
I think I remember that. I was at Candlelight Gardens.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Oh, I do remember that. That was such a good song.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Sorry, a moment. I was sitting out. I was sitting outside. I was really tired, and then I heard it. And I'm like, oh, Vinyl Scratch is in this. I gotta go in there. I gotta go in here and I gotta dance.
I gotta dance now.
I'm glad. I heard it on YouTube.
Oh,
On
okay.
a live recording of Candlelight Gardens. So.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
really
I think
cool.
the last thing is I'm in an animation of my roommate as a vampire is being done, and I'm excited about that.
Whoa.
I'm working with Wolfie, who's the Octi from Vinyl Scratch tapes. So she's nice. She's cool.
Oh, cool.
I have another, a personal question coming from me, because I love Epic Web Time so much. Do you have a favorite line from there? Like a favorite quote that you had to say?
I think just the bass cannon line I think was my favorite. Cause
Would you mind doing that?
Sure.
I think the chatty box would love that.
All right, let's see. Oh my god.
Just let us know
Sorry, I
when you're
didn't mean to
ready.
ready.
put you on the spot.
Let's do this. Yeah. All right.
There we go.
Getting
Oh, it's
pumped.
nothing special. It's just my bass cannon.
Oh God.
There's that.
So awesome. So awesome.
I've had to do that so many times at conventions and stuff. It's fun.
Oh, there's a happy tear streaming down my face with the chatty box.
Everyone
They
said
really
yes.
liked that.
Great.
OMG, that was so cool. That was awesome. Insert bass cannon.
I love the wubba dub dub. I don't know why. I think that's so funny.
Yeah, a lot of people have seen my bloopers reel and just quote that all the time, and I didn't realize it's kind of like my version of Twilight Licious, because Tara just did that and she didn't know it was gonna get that popular, and I was just at a convention and someone quoted Wubba Dub Dub at me, and I was like, oh my god, you saw the video I put on my YouTube channel?
I love that part. Wubba dub dub. Oh jeez, it's so exciting.
Yeah, that was fun to. I didn't want to send all my bloopers and stuff to Rob, so I was like, I'm gonna just upload it to my channel.
That's awesome.
Okay. Well, I guess since the chatty box had such a great reaction to your vinyl right there, do you guys have any questions right now?
Yeah, we're gonna open the chatty box. They can ask some questions.
We're gonna put this to you.
We're
Chatty
not gonna have her answer every question just because we can't be here for an additional hour. So let's
Okay.
see.
Luna or Celestia?
Uh,
Making her pick sisters?
I
Cruel.
got this question at Silly PhillyCon. I wasn't sure how to respond because none of them are. Oh, you know what? Nah, I got. I had to look at Luna's voice for some reason or hear it because I totally forgot. Because right now, I guess I've seen Friendship is Witchcraft so many times that Luna doesn't sound like Luna to me anymore. She sounds like the Witchcraft Luna, and so I had to look up the episode. And Luna is very hilarious in Luna Eclipse, and I just didn't notice before, I guess. So I'd go with Luna. She's hilarious, and I did not realize until today.
So today, that's awesome. Let's see. Are there any future conventions that you plan on attending?
Yes, I got, let's see, next week. My birthday is a week from today, which means that Yomicon is next weekend? Something like that. I'm
Oh,
going to
Yomicon. Nice.
Yeah.
Go find her. Someone wants to know what you want for your birthday.
What do I want for my birthday? A pony! No.
But not a real pony. Find her the animated ones that are real.
They have to be cute and tiny and not actual horses. I don't want a horse in my house.
Someone's gonna bring you a horse to your house. There you go.
Happy birthday!
It'll just have a bow on its around its neck at my front door. It's just say happy birthday Nowacking, and then no other context. I'll be like, why did you give me this horse?
What do I do with it now?
What am I supposed to do with a horse? I never know what I want for my birthday, when my birthday is happening, but all the other times of the year I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta ask for that for my birthday.
And then never remember.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, the only thing I really wanted was a new mic, and my boyfriend got me a new mic for my birthday, and I'm using it right now. So I don't know.
Awesome.
It looks.
Ice
It
cream
sounds good.
cake. I freaking love ice cream cake.
Someone wants to know if you're
Yeah,
dressing
send your
up.
cake in the mail.
Oh God.
Send me an ice cream cake in the mail.
An ice cream
It'll come
cake.
back all gushy. Yum. Are you dressing up for Halloween?
I'm not actually, because I'm traveling on Halloween to my boyfriend's house because we are flying to Youmacon.
Oh,
If
yep.
you don't know, my boyfriend is actually One Kids Entertainment. He's one of the guys I do Pokemon Bridged with. And so he's going to Youmacon with me, and so I'm going over to his house on Halloween, and then we fly out the next day, and then we're there, and then I fly back, and then I come home. So I don't want to freak out the people of New York by dressing up in my banana costume while riding the trains. I might get beat up, so I think I'm gonna not dress up this year. It'll be my first year not dressing up though.
I think everyone was hoping that you'd be Vinyl. I feel like that. I feel it.
She is
I actually
Vinyl
have a
Scratch. She
vinyl-
doesn't have to dress up.
That's true. She doesn't.
I actually have a vinyl cosplay that I wore on the voice actors in the community panel at BronyCon this year. So I could dress up as Vinyl if I wanted to.
Do you have a bass cannon?
I do not, but a guy made a bass cannon out of cardboard and stuff at Silly PhillyCon. I was a guest at this convention called Silly PhillyCon in Kansas City, a few weeks ago, and he made it, and I was like, can I take a picture with that? Can I hold it? And so that's my Facebook.
Can I
picture
hold
right
it?
now. So that was really cool, and he wanted me to sign it, so that was really cool.
Well, that's awesome.
I told them I'm taking in 3 more questions. If I can find them.
Make them good, guys.
Make them good, yeah. Whenever we have girls on here, which is all the time, we always get the questions like, "Are you single?" Well, obviously she answered that she's taken, so
I'm good, guys.
she's good.
So,
You cannot date Vinyl Scratch. I'm sorry.
How did you get in touch?
Dreams crushed.
How did you get in touch with pony musician Vinyl Scratch?
oh, he or she, I'm not quite sure, because we just haven't, I've never asked, are you male or female, by the way. They contacted me through YouTube, I believe, and was like, hey, I'm doing this song with Living Tombstone,
Uh-huh.
and was wondering if you could record an intro for it. And I was like, yeah, sure, that'd be cool, because I checked out his stuff and it was really good. Really like Vinyl Scratch's stuff. And so I did that, and I'm going to be in another one of their songs. I'm not sure which one, but Vinyl sounds very angry in it, so look forward to that.
Oh, cool.
Good. Angry is always fun.
Angry is always fun.
Well, I guess fun to voice, but not to hear directly at you.
Are you planning on voice acting for the rest of your life, or? I guess that was the question here.
The question, would you make that a career? Do you think you're gonna
Yeah.
expand on that?
I guess that's what they meant, yeah.
Yeah, I
She's
can
been doing it
totally-
for 4 years, you guys. I don't think she's just gonna stop.
Yeah, I'm not feeling anymore. I just quit.
I'm done. Bye, guys. No big
Bye.
deal.
This internet fame isn't working. Like she said before, there's no such thing as internet fame.
Nope. I think I could see myself doing voiceover as professional. I've gotten paid for some gigs, but I don't consider myself a professional. But
I do.
even if I don't, go pro per se, I'll still do internet stuff. So
Cool.
Well, that's good to hear that you're not stopping. I think that's what everyone wanted to hear.
yeah, you can't get rid of me that easy, you guys.
Hmm. Yeah, Emily is in charge of keeping this chatty box contained, and
Because
our interview.
everyone keeps tagging me, and it makes beepy noises through the stream, and I really don't appreciate that.
Yeah, it's beep beep beep.
Yeah,
Contained box.
so please stop saying, Emily. Okay, I'm trying to find. Do you have experience in acting outside of voice acting? I feel like you answered that question, kind of.
Yeah, I've been acting since I was 6, and
Yeah.
I went to this thing called Pittsburgh Musical Theater, which is basically like school for musical stuff in the summer. So you go at a certain time and you have singing class at 9, and ballet at 10, blah, 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 and then you put on a musical at the end, and I did that for 8 years, and then I did just musicals and plays in schools and stuff. So, yes.
Yeah.
It's fun. I used to do musicals and plays. I was a tree once.
Oh no. You were Fluttershy?
No, I was like literally just a tree in a Narnia play.
I feel like that's what they give people who they don't know who else to. There's
Oh
like
no, I was chorus. Yeah, I
my
sucked.
very
I was
first-
12.
My very first role was a sheep, so I got you. I understand.
I've been in that situation too. I was part of a play called The Damn Yankees, and they're like, all right, you guys, you're gonna be the Yankees, so you are behind the fence, and there was a bunch of people in front of us, like, dancing and singing, and we had a giant wired fence, it wasn't, like, electric or anything, but, I would, like, pull on
The
it.
actors in line. We have this electric fence here. As long as you try and go in the spotlight,
Don't break the fourth wall.
Don't do it.
we'll do that.
But I would stand out by, I pulled on the fence, and I shook it back and forth, and I'm like, I am not an animal! And everyone's like looking back at the one chorus girl, like shaking and freaking out, and that's how I got my everyone to notice me. So
With a quick panic attack in elementary school.
what?
No, I just picture that happening. I'm sorry.
I am not an animal. People were laughing too. It was funny.
Yeah.
All right, I think we can take one more question. I believe I saw if.
One more good question.
Yeah, one more
and then
good
we'll have
question.
to say farewell for now.
Are you going to be involved with the VA part of Lee Tokar's idea? What?
I'm not sure what that entails. Is that
Neither do I. Maybe I'm like behind on it. What's Lee Tokar's idea? Oh gosh. All right. Okay. Here's one. I looked through. Someone continually asked if you can clean dishes with wubs.
Is that really your magic power? Did you just bring that magic to the show?
Literally, I cannot, but in cartoons, yes, absolutely. All dishes can be cleaned and should be cleaned with wubs.
Yeah, so send your virtual dirty dishes that way.
Public service announcement.
Oh my
She will
gosh.
clean your virtual dishes with wubs.
That would be a really cool animation. Like the Colgate commercial. It'll be with you talking about getting your dishes cleaned with wubs.
There's actually someone making a dishwasher that looks like Vinyl's dishwasher with with the speaker and stuff. It's
Ooh.
just a regular dishwasher, but it plays music, and it looks like the one from Epic Web Time. So I was like, oh, that's cool.
That's dedicated.
There's a video of that somewhere on YouTube.
Oh, that's awesome.
We'll have to find it. Well, we're extremely happy to have you here. And we wanted to say thank you again for being here.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Chattybox, we ran out of time for questions. But do you want us to plug your Twitter?
Yeah,
So maybe if they have any other questions for you.
yeah, go ahead. I'll answer questions for a bit. My Twitter is Nowacking. How difficult to remember.
Yeah. It's spelt correctly, right?
Yep.
Okay. Emily put it in already.
I'm
jerk
so
on spelling
fast.
all the time. I'd like send them to a random site on accident.
So yeah, go to her, follow her if you aren't already. So yeah, thank you so much for being on here with us. It's been amazing.
It really has.
Yeah.
We love you. I've never actually
I
said
love
that
you.
aloud, but I felt like I had to.
Did you say you loved us too?
I wub all of you so
Aw.
much.
My heart just exploded twice.
You want to do a flutter yay for her then?
Yay.
Okay, well, thank you again.
You're
And,
welcome.
I mean, you're just awesome. I'm going to end with that.
I try.
Alright, so yeah. We'll just
This is normally the awkward goodbye part.
we always have an awkward goodbye.
It's actually in her notes. Ask Chattybox question. Awkward goodbye.
You gotta
Alright.
remember. Otherwise, it won't happen.
I gotta keep it forever.
Oh
Alright,
gosh.
I'll hang up the thingy.
Yeah, that'll work.
Alright.
Alright.
Thank you again.
Oh, see it.
See ya. All right, guys, that was Nowacking.
Yay!
So much
that
fun.
was awesome. I fangirled out. I froze at some points.